International and local observers in the just concluded presidential and National Assembly elections in Kano have hailed the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) and security agencies for ensuring free, peaceful and violence-free elections in the state. A political and public affairs analyst, Olabode Oseni, joins me now for more on this. Good to have you on the news at this time.
Thank you very much for having me.
Would you say that the re-election of President Buhari is a vote of confidence on the part of the electorate?
I should think so, because the records show that his party and the president has clearly demonstrated a body people can trust, and I'm happy people have displayed that by voting for him en masse. And they have also shown to the world that they will not want to leave their future in the hands of people they believe that may probably be willing and ready to loot the commonwealth of the country from their antecedents.
Would you say, because there are calls, rising calls, that the opposition candidate of the PDP should not worry about going to court, that he should seek relevance in, for example, helping to bring about reforms in the electoral process? Do you agree with that?
I agree, because the exercise of going to court in this situation, in this case, because to the whole world, it is an exercise that was seen to be a free, fair, and credible election. The majority of the international, local, and national observers can testify to that. So it is better to suggest that after election, all hands should be on deck. In another 4 years, people can have a go, and there's no reason wanting to drag back or delay the process of moving the country to the next level.
From your point of view, would you say there's a need for electoral reforms? The INEC chairman did say that there is a need for a national dialogue on the management of the electoral process in Nigeria. Do you agree with that? And if you do,
I agree.
In what areas would you like to see reforms?
Yeah, for me, the number one thing which I can sympathize with the chairman of INEC is where probably somewhere in the constitution that made it so impossible for him, that created a kind of a bottleneck for him, that he has so much money to spend, and I would have thought about $1 million, 1 million whatever amount of money could have been used to ask some of our wheat kids, our boys, our girls, who are so vast in IT, bring them together, bring them on board, and tell them and say, you know what, bring me software, bring me a system that election in this country from now on can be connected to BVN, bank accounts, driving licenses, and so on and so forth, and also make provision for any form of fraud. If that comes to be, that kind of fraud can be easily detected and get arrested and prosecuted. So that is an area, I think, innovation. INEC could have enhanced voting arrangements in the country, because when you look back, far back 1959, and we still have to go through this kind of cumbersome approach of voting and then counting and then leaving rooms, a big room for people who want to snatch votes and all that kind of thing. With a new innovation, with a new idea, all that can be, taken care of. And I think INEC will have done better. And when you look at the amount of money given to INEC, it's a huge amount of money. It's a lot of amount of money, 200 billion. And yes, a lot of people will say, well, we voted on Saturday, we are getting results on Wednesday. Might not be the best, but at least they've tried. In these circumstances, they've done so much, and I want to appreciate them.
And the president, in his acceptance speech, did not fail to underscore the fact that Nigerians died needlessly during the election. How can we really begin to prevent violence and such unnecessary killings in our elections?
Thank you. There's also an aspect of poverty here, because I'm looking at myself in the mirror And I'm looking at my children, and I'm looking at other people who probably will not push their children, their people to harm's way, to a situation where people will get. How much will a ballot box snatcher collect? I'm sure it's not going to, you will have not collected 1 million naira. So for anybody to even have that kind of I don't care attitude, to want to fight for politicians who are thugs, people who part of the people who are running the country who are not supposed to be there, paying peanuts to anybody to go and snatch box and then get themselves into trouble. It is very sad. And again, like another thing in any democracy, a system that is very messy, we need to sit down and sift, look at what we need to do to resolve issues. And that can only be when we are together.
All right, thank you very much. Olabode Osini, Public Affairs Analyst, speaking to us on the conduct of the elections. Thank you very much.